Breaking news out of the NBA: Golden State could be making a shocking move for Josh Giddey from the Chicago Bulls, and it comes as Giannis Antetokounmpo trade speculation is heating up across the league. Sources say the Warriors are exploring multiple paths to reload their roster, and Giddey's elite playmaking, size, and versatility could be a perfect fit alongside Stephen Curry. But the timing is what's raising eyebrows. Why make this push now, unless it's part of a much bigger plan? Could Giddey be the key piece in a chain of moves aimed at luring Giannis to the Bay? This could be the start of an offseason that changes the Warriors' future forever. Breaking news in the NBA, and this one could send shockwaves through the entire league. The Golden State Warriors, a team already synonymous with championship glory, are suddenly right in the middle of two of the most dramatic storylines of the offseason. The first, a legitimate chance to land Josh Giddey from the Chicago Bulls. The second, and maybe even more earth-shattering, the reality that Giannis Antetokounmpo's future in Milwaukee is now more uncertain than it's been in years. ESPN reports are lighting up every social media feed tonight, insiders are working overtime, and fans from San Francisco to Sydney are glued to their screens wondering what's coming next. This isn't just rumor season, this is the type of development that can reshape the NBA landscape for years. Imagine it. Josh Giddey, the 6'8" Australian point forward with one of the sharpest passing visions in the game, bringing his playmaking genius to the Bay Area. The Warriors, long known for their free-flowing, unselfish offense, could be adding a 21-year-old who already has multiple triple-doubles under his belt and a knack for seeing the floor like he's controlling the game from a bird's-eye view. Think about Steph Curry having another high-IQ ball handler to share the load, someone who can initiate offense while Curry roams free, hunting shots, curling off screens, and wreaking havoc without the ball. This is the kind of player the Warriors have been quietly searching for since the days of Shaun Livingston and Andre Iguodala in their primes. But this time, it's a younger, taller, more dynamic version, still years away from his peak. And here's where it gets juicy. The Bulls have publicly said they love Giddey. They've called him their point guard of the future, a franchise piece they want to build around. But behind the scenes, contract negotiations have hit a wall. Word is, Giddey's camp is looking for around $30 million per year, while Chicago is coming in significantly lower, closer to the $20-25 million range. That's a big gap. And when you have that kind of standoff with a player this young, other teams smell opportunity. The Warriors have been watching from a distance, waiting for the right moment to pounce, and that moment might be right now. The idea floating through league circles is a sign and trade centered around Jonathan Kuminga, the 21-year-old forward who has shown flashes of stardom in Golden State but hasn't quite found a consistent role in Steve Kerr's rotation. The Bulls could see Kuminga as a future building block, a hyper-athletic wing who can defend multiple positions and is still developing offensively. For the Warriors, it's about fit. They know Curry is 37 now, and the championship window is not infinite. They need players who can make an impact immediately, not in 3 years. Giddey's skill set is perfect for a team that thrives on quick decisions, constant movement, and spacing the floor. But just as Warriors fans are processing that possibility, another bombshell looms over the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo's situation in Milwaukee is getting murkier by the day. The two-time MVP, a player who could change the trajectory of any franchise instantly, is reportedly still weighing his future. The Bucks haven't gotten a firm commitment, and insiders say he's watching how their roster comes together before making any long-term decisions. If he feels they're not in position to win another championship soon, he could very well ask out. And that's when the entire NBA loses its mind. Teams like the Knicks, Nets, Spurs, and Raptors are already quietly preparing potential offers. And yes, there are whispers that the Warriors would at least explore what it would take to make something happen if Giannis became available. Imagine Curry, Giddey, and Giannis on the same floor, a basketball fever dream that feels almost unfair. But the reality is, pulling off two moves of that magnitude in one offseason would require master-level salary cap maneuvering and more than a little bit of luck. The truth is, Golden State's interest in Giddey is more than just smoke. ESPN insiders have confirmed that conversations have at least been explored. That doesn't mean a deal is close, but it does mean the Warriors are trying to position themselves for a big swing. Bob Myers might no longer be the general manager, but the front office still operates with the same aggressive DNA. They know they can't waste another year of Curry's brilliance. They've already tried running it back with the same core, and the results were mixed at best. A shake-up is inevitable. The only question is how bold they're willing to be. For Chicago, trading Giddey would be risky. He's young, talented, and beloved by a growing segment of the fan base. But if they truly believe they can't meet his contract demands, they might decide it's better to move him now than risk losing him for nothing in free agency. That's how the NBA works. Timing is everything, and sometimes emotion has to take a backseat to strategy. While all of this is playing out, Giannis' silence is deafening. Every press conference, every interview, he's asked about his future, and every time his answer is deliberately vague. "We'll see what happens," he says. "I want to win." You can almost hear the clock ticking in Milwaukee's front office. They know if Giannis were to request a trade, the offers would be historic: multiple All-Stars, a mountain of draft picks, and the chance to rebuild on the fly. But they also know losing him would be devastating, both competitively and financially. The city loves him, he's the face of the franchise, and he's brought them their first championship in decades. Letting go is unthinkable, but so is standing still if it means losing him for nothing later. Now here's where these two storylines intersect. If the Warriors land Giddey, they instantly become a more attractive destination for any superstar who might be on the move, including Giannis. Imagine you're Giannis, watching a team with Curry, Giddey, Draymond Green, and a solid supporting cast. That's a team you could win with immediately. That's a system that would take the pressure off you offensively while still letting you dominate. And for the Warriors, if they can land Giddey without giving up too much draft capital, they'd still have assets left to make another big move. The NBA is a league of momentum shifts, and right now, the momentum is with the risk takers. The last few years have shown us that standing pat rarely wins championships. The Nuggets took a swing by surrounding Jokic with perfect role players and got a ring. The Lakers went all in with Anthony Davis and got theirs. The Bucks themselves traded for Drew Holiday and got the ultimate payoff. The Warriors, for all their success, know they can't rely solely on nostalgia. They've seen how quickly a dynasty can crumble when you hesitate. For fans, this is the kind of drama that keeps the offseason almost as exciting as the regular season. Every tweet from WOJ or Shams feels like it could drop a grenade into the current balance of power. Every leaked conversation between agents and executives sends fan bases into a frenzy of mock trades and jersey swaps. And right now, the Warriors are at the center of it. Picture the reaction if a push notification hits your phone tomorrow morning: Warriors acquire Josh Giddey from Bulls and sign and trade. Social media explodes. Warriors fans flood Twitter with highlight clips of Giddey's no-look passes. Bulls fans argue about whether Kuminga was enough in return. Analysts debate whether Giddey's lack of elite shooting is a concern, or if the Warriors' spacing will mask it entirely. Meanwhile, the Giannis watch continues, now with the added wrinkle that one of the best-run organizations in the league just got significantly better without touching their core. And that's what makes this so fascinating. Even if the Giannis situation takes weeks or months to resolve, the Warriors making a move for Giddey now could have ripple effects that extend far beyond their own roster. Every team with championship aspirations would have to re-evaluate. In the West, teams like the Suns, Mavericks, and Clippers would know they're facing a Warriors squad with an even more dangerous offense. In the East, contenders would have to wonder if the balance of power is shifting toward the Bay, especially if Giannis ever decided to join them.